think I mean, I guess, people will say there is a limit to what you should take,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think our brain naturally has like the capacity to see things that we aren't supposed to see, but we're governed, by, I forget the name of the chakra.
Do you think we're governed by
I think we're governed by
society?
God. No, I'm talking about like we physically can't see. I think when you're on psychedelics, when you're on like mushrooms, your chakra opens up and you're able to see things that you've always been able to see. But I just think, God has this govern on our brain to where it's like, I'm not gonna let you see what the world really has like in it. You know what I'm saying? You seeing demons, you seeing all types of shit that's walking around, bro. And I think that a lot of that shit is actually like here, but we just can't see it because we have this veil. That's the sense that I get. And when you take a high enough dosage, man, you can go to some places that is very unexplainable, man. And
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in history where people said that they've seen God,
yeah,
but it's always after ingesting something.
yeah,
So
sure.
so it has to be some sort of psychedelics.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's I've done enough psychedelics trips to know that everything's a message whenever I do it. And I don't do it recreational anymore. I kind of do it whenever I want to like create, or if I want to have like some type of like epiphany or breakthrough or
What was your biggest breakthrough off psychedelics?
I would probably say I remember one time, man, I think I did like 4 grams or something like that, and
Of what?
mushrooms.
Okay.
And I remember raising up on this cross. I was kind of like almost like Jesus, man. I was just like on this cross, and it was just like these little blob things that was like under the cross, and it was just like fucking a mile's worth of just, you could just see these blobs just lined up like a crowd of people, and they start throwing tomatoes. And I'm just like,
At you? Or
yeah, I was on a cross. They started throwing tomatoes at me. And then I was like, what the fuck? They throwing fucking tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? But then every time a tomato hit me, I could hear like a whisper or something. It was just like,
the tomato was whispering?
yeah, every tomato that splattered, it was like whispering something. The words started to become a lot clearer. And then, because I couldn't see any of the blobs, that was throwing tomatoes, but then it made me think. Once I knew what was being said, I began to think back, and it was like, damn, I said that to this person this many years ago, and then that blob would appear and their face would appear.
Oh,
and it was just
kind
like,
of like a
it was like a
reflection
lot
of
of
what you
fucked
done.
up shit that I done said. Yeah.
It's a reflection of
Yeah.
of the fucked up shit.
Yeah. So it was just like a shit ton. I was like, damn, man, I said that. I was like, damn, sure did say that.
When did you start piecing together like these were my fucking words?
Just after I just had to be there, and I was on a cross. It was like I couldn't think about nothing. It was like I was in my mind, but on the cross I was also in my mind. It was just like the craziest shit.
It was kind of crazy how you had like an epiphany of like,
yeah,
damn, I've done some, like I've said some bad things.
Yeah, exactly. And I hurt some people, with my words. And, words have meaning, man. You know what I'm saying? And
that's a very big man for you to say shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That social awareness or that personal awareness that, damn, my words carry a lot of weight.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was
and some men or women don't even, they grow up and never understand that.
Yeah, exactly. You say things like, fuck you, mom, and stuff like that. I never said that. My grandma would tear my ass up. But just saying things that, you don't know that you can just have last.
You know, the biggest thing is like when people say like, I wish you would die. I wish you were dead. You get older and when that person does die or dead, it's like, fuck, why did I ever say that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a big regret for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of segues, that word regret kind of segues to like another epiphany that I had. It was on the ayahuasca trip, but
did you have a shaman with you?
Yeah. Okay. It was hella like indigenous and just like, we in the jungle with just like people that actually like live.
Were you in South America?
Yeah, no, we was in Central America. We was in Costa Rica.
Ayahuasca in Central America. It
was crazy.
Yeah, in the actual jungle.
Yeah, in the jungle. Wow. Jaguars and shit, anacondas. It was a crazy experience.
Were you in like a Tarzan suit?
No. I was in like, I had some cloth on, bro, and it was just, Yeah, something similar. Something similar.
Face paint?
No face paint. No, my face black enough, man. But it wasn't the ayahuasca ceremony that I had this epiphany. It was on Bufo Alvarius, which is
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, Bufo Alvarius is pretty much it's frog poison. It's like the excrete from like
it's like 5-MeO.
It's a 5-MeO, yeah. So it's 5 times stronger than DMT. You know, so and you only produce DMT twice in your life. You know, when you're born and when you die. You know, so
I didn't know that.
It's taking you some places when you do DMT. You know? And this is a 5-MeO, man, and immediately, you know, when I took it, and I actually did a documentary, a short documentary on it. You know, my experience.
We gotta share that link.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll share that link to you guys
for sure. Yeah, I did it, and I just like instantly like. I don't even know, man, if it was how to describe it. It's like, did my body like evaporate? Did it fucking incinerate, disintegrate? I don't know. It's like every particle and just like molecule in my body just like went to the air and then the water and the soil and the trees. And it was just like oneness. It was just like this crazy.
So you just felt like you were just a piece of dust going.
Bro, people talk about this oneness. You hear it in all religions, you know, it's all the same, bro. It's like whether you're Buddhist, Hindi,
I feel like we're
Christian. Yeah, this oneness and divinity, bro. It was just like it was crazy. Like I really felt like I was the earth. Like I felt like I was a part of everything.
Yeah, and that must have been such a feeling to just be really part of the earth.
Yeah, it was beautiful. But then this red encasing so I turned into like this little white, I guess it was like my aura or like energy, whatever you want to call it, but life form, some type of, my essence. I was just essence. I just use that word. So this red encasing just came over like my essence and just like water felt like it was, you know, and I was just like swaying in this water, and I saw this light. My essence just pushed through this light in the tunnel, and it was just it was almost like I was being very reminiscent of like childbirth. Like I was being like born. I started hearing voices. You know, cause my mom, you know, she you know passed when I was younger, and then you know my grandma. Yeah, it's all good. You know, like. And my grandma, she passed also. I was hearing these voices, and it was just like, I was like, yo, it's just like, my mom or is it my grandma? You know, the voice began to just like talk to me. It was like, oh yeah, you don't need to ask, or you don't need to, you know, ponder, you know, who is talking, because we're all one.
Yeah, just my mom passed too, and she's been coming into my dreams a lot lately. It's a trip.
It's a thing, man. Yeah, it's a thing. I couldn't differentiate the voice, you know, and then just like for that voice to say, talk about lineage and talk about bloodline and talk about like how we all speak through the same body, you know, and just like what family means, you know, it's another epiphany that I had, you know, while I was on, you know, Bufo. So it's a lot of different, and of course I've had like the crazy trips where I was just like fucking stuck in purgatory between heaven and hell, and but
did you ever say like I'm never gonna do this again because of such an intense experience, or you just always took something positive out of it?
Yeah, I'm just always been that type of person to just be, you know, think more with more optimism.
I love that.
And so I'm never
an optimistic person.
Oh yeah, for me that's the only way that my mind can actually like deal with all the stuff that I've been through. You know, it's like you just gotta be optimistic. Just gotta believe that shit is gonna be better, and more so than believing, you have to just actually put the work in. You can't. And I am religious. You know, I consider myself Christian, but I also believe that I can't just wait for God. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like, all right, I'm gonna wait for my blessings. You know, I'm like, you gotta make your blessings happen sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Make your blessings happen.
And sometimes you need that, you know, and you need optimism to do that.
Optimism.
Yeah.
And if you see opportunity, a lot of people don't jump on this opportunities. They're like, I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
don't be scared.
Yeah, man.
So, success. What do you define as success? And let's not say money.
Oh yeah, no. Money. It's a lot of people with money that's living miserable lives, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see it a lot with a lot of celebrities that commit suicide. So money truly isn't everything, but let's not kid ourselves. Money helps. You know what I'm saying? Money helps.
Gives you opportunities to do fun and cool shit.
Yeah. Money can put you in a position to be happy. It can, to make opportunities happen, to make like choices that will make you happy.
But if you're scared to take those chances, then it'll never happen.
Absolutely. So success to me kind of just, I don't really like to, like whenever we use the word success, for me, it's almost like the end of the road because I'm always trying to build on something, things that I'm being successful in.
So you're associating the word success with complacency.
Yeah, for sure. People get complacent whenever they feel like they are successful, so you have to look at your losses first and then so you can appreciate the wins, what I'm saying?
People love to show their wins, but they're hiding so much losses.
It is imperative though that you do pat yourself on the back whenever you do win. If I had to put like a definition on what I think success is, I mean, finding fulfillment. And
my definition of like when I find like when people are like, oh, John, what do you define success? I think I'm hitting successful things is when I'm inspiring other people. Like I'm saying, like if I do a project and it's like, oh, it may make $5, but if it inspired like other people to continue their art,
it's a success.
That's a success.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I kind of view my work like that as well, in that light, and so that's another reason why I do make the films that I make.
I'm sure you spend countless hours on it. Huh?
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. That's part of the reason why I'm single now, man. My ex-girlfriend would hate it when I was just staying up until 7, 8 in the morning. But it's like when I got this concept or this thought in my head, and
she always asks, like, why are you doing this?
I just have to write, man. I just have to, just sit down and write. And most of the time it's just in the dark, I'm
very glad you chose what you love to do versus
absolutely
pivot just for someone else's amusement.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to the FBI, man. I got out a pretty extensive, lengthy list of decorations. I got out sought after by like 3-letter agencies, and
Any regrets not taking that?
No, I don't. I remember going to orientation in Atlanta, Georgia, and one of the agents that was talking with us, and he's like, yeah, I know a lot of you guys are grunts, and you guys have been on combat deployments, and he's like, but just know when the field here is just like different. And on deployment, we're locked into a mindset, We're locked, in my case, 15 months in Iraq, and then, the 9 months in Afghanistan. But during those durations of the duration of time, you're there.
Yeah.
You don't have to come back home, in the FBI, it was like, you got to come back home to your wife after you've seen some of the same shit that you probably would see in combat. Come back home to your wife and kids, go to work, do it again, come back home, do it again, and it's like, I was like, damn, I think I'm kind of done with that lifestyle,
Yeah.
And,
I don't know too much about how the FBI special agents work, but I just feel like it's 24/7 demanding and it never ends.
But it worked out in my favor because a lot of people, that's the biggest leap, getting out of the military. It's just like, what's next,
Yeah.
For me, I do have a lot of buddies that are still in, man, that are, first sergeants now, sergeant majors now. It's still just as good of a choice to stay in. But for me, it's like it was time for me to do something new.
And you're happy that you got out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got my, 100% disability, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The state of California retired me also. So got to take out my Social Security early. So when you 30, getting your Social Security, you know what I'm saying, you can't really complain about that. And then the VA with its disability also, it made it easier for me to build my business.
So
Getting
now,
out,
yeah, because you
because
have
I didn't have to worry about rent. I didn't have to worry about nothing because I was already getting, you know,
you got a check, a well-deserved check.
yeah, for sure. The military pays me over, I said like over $100,000 a year, man. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
just off of benefits that I'm awarded. That security, I mean, $100,000 in out in California is nothing. You know, that's
yeah.
like in anywhere else you living nice. You know what I'm saying? But out here, you know, that's average. You know what I'm saying?
But you being a creative film
Yeah, but
with $100,000 backing is like
absolutely.
that's a win.
Absolutely, man. It really it just made it easy for me to just say, all right, I'm gonna focus on creating, focus on, and now I started, a couple other businesses, and I got my rental car business in the works now. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
love
just
that
like,
you're an entrepreneur.
yeah, man. But just not having that stress, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
You're
a
not
lot of
only an entrepreneur. You're a black entrepreneur.
that's right.
Be the
That's right.
example.
Yeah, appreciate the love, man. And I think a lot of people out here in California, it's a lot of people with a lot of great ideas and creativity, but we're so stuck in the rat race that most people, they don't ever end up using any of that
Rat
creativity because
race, crabs in a
yeah,
bucket.
they gotta work 3 jobs. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's like just to make the rent in California,
I feel
San
it, man.
Francisco,
Like I work hospital.
bro. I'm pay-
I do my music, podcast.
bro.
I do whatever.
Bro, I'm paying $5,000 for a 1 bedroom in San Francisco. Like that's insane.
That's
And
insane.
I have to look at myself and say, you are insane for even doing that. I've traveled. I mean, I don't stay in America for too long. I don't like the influence that it has on my mentals. I'm going a lot of the time traveling.
Hmm.
Um,
That's
and
good. You're cultured.
yeah, absolutely. And 43, no, 48 countries deep now. And
Damn.
yeah, and
I'm at like 10.
man, I'm trying to get some property internationally. It's like you're in a better space for your creativity whenever you don't have all these stressors, you know what I'm saying, that you typically have in America, you know. So I come here, I make my money here, you know what I'm saying, and I go relax on the beach somewhere, bro. That's
Smart that you value your mental health.
mm-hmm,
All right,
a little bit.
we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Definitely we got more to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. For sure, for
All
sure.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.